All right, folks, I hope you're ready for the feels with this one, because a 2-4 relationship is a lot like a great compilation album, or for my fellow millennials out there, a mix CD, where one track is a soulful ballad that makes you tear up thinking of someone you've lost, and the next is a 90s banger that's cheesy as hell, but you can't help but sing along. It's a real journey that spans many different genres, and yet somehow there's a core theme tying it all together. Well, for the 2-4 couples out there, that theme is usually tied to their place within the heart triad center, as they both navigate life primarily through their emotions. Although 4s are usually more influenced by their painful emotions, while 2s are more influenced by their positive emotions. But we'll talk more about that as we go along. And for now, it's just important to know that all heart types are very concerned with their identity and how other people perceive them, which is even more true if this couple shares a 3-wing, as that symbolizes an even deeper connection to their heart center. Now, if this couple does in fact share a strong 3-wing, then it usually means they're equally concerned about their social status. This in turn leads to a couple that's usually great at work in a room, as they bring a mixture of positive energy, emotional intuition, and a fair amount of storytelling that usually keeps their audiences as engaged as possible. But with that said, this couple doesn't always have a strong connection at the 3, as 4s can have a dominant 5-wing, and 2s can have a dominant 1-wing. However, that brings us to another interesting point of connection for this couple, as the 4's movement of integration is to the type 1 reformer. This means that healthy or secure 4s embody a sense of disciplined conviction. That's very similar to the way a 2-wing 1 feels compelled to serve others based on their strong moral compass. So essentially, 2s and 4s are just as likely to bond over their desire to impress people with their gifts as they are to bond over using their gifts for the good of others. All right, the last major point of connection between 2s and 4s is actually with each other via the 2's movement of integration and the 4's movement of disintegration. This means that 2s and 4s can embody the high and low side of each other's personalities under very different conditions and at very different levels of health. Now, for the sake of time, I'm going to summarize this theory in a way that may seem overly simplistic. So if you want to learn more, just be sure to check out my complete guides to Enneagram 2s and 4s that I've got linked for you in the description below. So the 2's movement of integration is to the 4, which symbolizes the way that a mature 2 learns to embrace their darker emotions, like envy, anger, or sorrow. As they do this, they become truly warm and accepting of not only themselves, but of all people, much like a healthy type 4 individualist. On the flip side, the 4's movement of disintegration is to the 2, which symbolizes the way insecure 4s can become overly clingy or dependent on other people. Typically, this happens after they've destabilized their life with some rather self-indulgent behavior, much like an unhealthy 2. So, at the end of the day, this couple's highly emotional perspectives, when mixed with their connections at type 1, 2, 3, and 4, can either create a beautiful playlist of complementary styles, or a jarring mashup of conflicting genres, like a bad wedding DJ playing an EDM version of My Heart Will Go On. It's like, what are we doing with this? We slow dancing? We taking ecstasy? Like, what is this? Okay, speaking of skipping ahead to the songs you like, let's talk about a few things that 2s find uniquely attractive about 4s and vice versa. Thank you so much for watching You've Got a Type. If you enjoyed that clip, then why not watch the full video it was taken from right here? And if you really enjoyed it, then maybe hit those like and subscribe buttons before you go. No pressure though. Just happy you're here.